Hello, greetings, friends. Thank you so much for coming by and viewing this video. My name's Erin Dawn. Um, Here sharing a video about the Devil card in tarot and how it sort of ties in with Capricorn energy, and also a brief little mentioning about the new moon in Capricorn coming up at the end of this month, which is December 30th, or I believe it's either the 30th or the 31st in the US. And I wanted to kind of bring this up because I'm sure that it's probably coming up for a lot of folks who are reading tarot right now. Perhaps you're pulling the devil energy a lot, maybe even coupling that with the moon energy, or maybe even with the world energy. But we're going to stick with the devil card right now. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is because I wanted to sort of bring in a different perspective about how I use this card and what kind of comes up with me when I sort of started seeing this come up for me during times of working with Capricorn Earth energy. And when I say Capricorn Earth energy, I'm talking sort of the Earth energy trait that all Earth energies resonate with, which would be Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, is very sort of, I would like to say, goal-orientated, also very, very hardworking. So the energy that I get from this card is someone who's very sure-footed. If you take a look at the card of the Wild Unknown deck, which is the Ibex, it is this one here. So this is the Wild Unknown deck. And to me, what this energy here is speaking of a very sure-footed energy, very grounded in what they do. So this is somebody who has a plan, who has sure-footed steps. And also the connection with Capricorn also is this here, the Pentacle. And the Pentacle, again, is the representation of that Earth energy when we come back to it. And the reason why I say the Earth energy, it reminds me of the Vitruvian Man. So this reminds me of the Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man representation. So we have 5 points, right? We have 2 legs, 2 arms, and 1 head. So this to me is a very earthly energy. And again, when I say that, I mean very much in the body, very much experiencing everything that is offered in this realm of earth that we live in. And also the horns for me too, and I quite often get this from Capricorns as well, is the sort of almost noticing that they do, is they notice. And also same with Virgos, very noticing. They notice subtle energies. They're very tuned in. I also like to kind of think of these horns as sort of an antenna to sort of deeper, subtle themes of what's going on around them. And as they sort of move through life, they use those subtle themes to sort of either gain for their physical gain. But for me, I feel like I like to steer away of the negativity. But going back to the symbolism representation, so the X and the V. So the X and the V is the number 15. So the 1 and 5. So 1 and 5 for me represents 1 would be very determined, very much trailblazer, creates their own path, kind of takes their own way. And then the number 5 would be, again, coming back to that 5 of being very much in the body. The negative aspects of that could definitely be attachments to physical pleasures, which would be short-term, very non-fulfilling. So those could be some negative things about how this energy could be connected to the body again. So 1 and 5, so the 5 representing, again, the human body, the 5 aspects, 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head. And combining that, when you combine the body of somebody who's very sure-footed, who knows their way, who has goals, who very much is in tune to subtle energies. If you combine that with a true plan of a true goal, step by step, the outcome can be very abundant. So 1 + 5 is 6. So the number 6 is very abundant. That's calling in energy from the earthly realm, from below you. So this is somebody who could very much harness that energy. And now going over to the Rider-Waite Tarot, again, the sharing in commons is that pentacle on the head, very much mindful of the physical needs of this earth we live in and this world we live in, which is, of course, we need to have a job, pay our bills, all the way up to death, knowing that we have to bury ourselves, pay for our ceremony and all of that. This is somebody who's very much knowing of that. And I think that's also partly why this earth energy from Capricorn often represents somebody who's very hardworking, who has to have a plan. And I commend that. And also, I feel like this is somebody who could be very aware of their inner sort of energies. So something that I have learned recently, and I learned this through when I was doing some training in yoga, is that the human body has 2 energies. We have the moon energy and we have the sun energy. So the moon energy is the cool, the sun is the heat. And these energy channels run through our bodies. And these 2 energy channels actually are our nostrils. So the left nostril is the cool moon energy, and then the right nostril is the heat, sun energy. And this comes back to a yogic teaching. So again, coming back to that 5 representing the body. So this Devil card, calling on this energy right now, especially with it coming up with the new moon. And this is the 2nd new moon within the month of December. And mind you, this is just a Gregorian calendar. This is not really a 28-day cycle, but it is very much noted because this is very rare. So these 2 new moons happening in the month of December and happening in the time of Capricorn really speaks to me in a way that says that anything that comes to you intuitively and creatively, I would say take action on it. Put in the work. Use your body to get to where you need to get to. Not in a negative way, of course. That's not what I'm saying. Don't use your body in a sense of that kind of way. I'm talking about getting up in the morning, setting your routines, having your rituals in the morning, getting up, whether that be a walk in the morning that you do, tending to yourself, yoga, if you do stretching, even if you do need qigong, what else? Anything else that has to do with you tending to the body. So I would say, if at any point you have any wonderful, notable dreams that you remember, note them down. Any ideas, whims, muses that come along around this time, this auspicious time, I would say write them down, make a plan, have a goal set, and do it. So anything that comes up for you creatively at this time, definitely be ready to dedicate to it. So I would say if you do come up with something that's really great around this time and you want to start on it, do it, have a plan, commit to it, and be consistent, because this could very well lead somewhere where that practicality mindset of knowing you need to pay the bills will not be a worry, and it won't be something that would hinder you. It's almost as if what you're doing and what you're walking and what you're talking is automatically something that will bring you success. So I would say if this comes up in a reading for you, or if you're feeling this energy, you can even work with this. If you do moon work, certainly work with that energy in a very positive way, in the aspect of hardworking. And also, again, the new moon being that this is a time to learn what you can leave behind. So those double energies that sort of are binding and also very dense. So this could be like, the dense things that we deal with here, which is depression, addiction, control, manipulation, those types of things. This is really calling time for us to really look within ourselves and kind of see those things, not condemn them, but sort of know that they're there. Because the more that we shed the light in the dark, the less we become controlled by those sort of things. So to avoid that type of energy, I would say sit with those energies and don't let yourself linger there too long. But it's good to acknowledge them and know that they're there instead of sort of pushing them away. So all in all, use the energy of the moon, very auspicious time. So I bid you good luck, and I hope this was informative, and thank you so much. I hope that you can like and subscribe and share this video. Bye-bye.